So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn about more hooks in React. So this video is the extension of the previous video in which we learn how to use ref hook. We also learn how we can forward a ref towards a child component using props. Now what's the problem with that approach? Number one, it's not recommended by the React, and number two, if a child component want to attach more functionality on that ref so that the parent can access it, it is not possible with our current approach. So in our current approach, we can see that on clicking the button which is on the parent component, a child component input is referenced. But if I want to add more functionalities on that ref in the child component, the parent can't access it. So in order to solve this issue, we have two more hooks in React. Number one, forwardRef, and number two, useImperativeHandle. So now let's see how we can use that in our code. So now in order to implement our new approach, I have imported forwardRef from the React library and I have covered my child component within it. So forwardRef is actually a high order component. Now what I have done in the previous example, I have created a new input ref and I was passing it to our child component using a input ref prop. But now I have changed into a ref again just because this is React preferred way. Now in forward ref we get two things. Number two is the ref which we pass from here, and number one is the props, which in case we have, we can pass more props to our child component which we can access from here. So now I am just passing this ref to our input element. Now if I go to my web page, you can see that if I go and focus my child component, it's working as it is. Now what's the difference? The difference lies when we use the use imperative handler. Now we are going to talk about why to use imperative handle. So if we have a ref and we want to forward it to a child component into a particular element, then everything is okay. But what if you want to create a completely new ref with your own custom functionalities? So now in order to handle that, we have to use something called use imperative handle. So in order to show you that I have a use imperative handle, so this is my hook and it takes a ref which we have passed here, and now it's take a callback function which returns an object, and in that object I have created my custom function called consoling hello. Now it will call console.log hello. Now in this function where we was focusing the input, now we are calling the consoling hello function. If I go to my app and refresh it, now you can see that on clicking it, it consoles the hello. So now what this hook is doing, the already existing function on the ref are now overwritten by this object, and now only this function is available on this ref. Now the thing is, we lost our functionality of focusing the input, and that's correct because now the focus function is not available. So in order to achieve that, what we can do is to create a ref here, and I will call it a child input ref, and I will use a use ref hook, okay, and I will initialize it by null, and I will pass it to my input. Now in this function I can add multiple functions, or I can enhance the functionality, and I can add one more thing here to call child input dot current dot focus. If I refresh my web page, you can see that I am getting the hello console as well as my input is being focused. So now what I have done, I have passed a ref from the parent to the child, and I have added a function on it which is enhancing my ref. So now I know this is not a real world example. In the real world, if I want to just focus the input, I will not use the use imperative handle. But in this situation, I just want to show you that how we can enhance the functionality of the existing ref by using the forward ref as well as the use imperative handle. So I hope you got the basic idea of the forward ref and the use imperative handle hook and how we can use it in our day-to-day coding life. So that's for it today guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, like it, comment down if you have any query, subscribe to the channel, and happy coding.